So recently on the channel, we of course have talked about the best Black Friday deals for the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X, and the Nintendo Switch when it comes to in-store retailers. But earlier today, Nintendo announced that their cyber deals for the Nintendo Switch eShop are now live, and there are a ton of games on sale. So I want to go over what's sort of the best from this sale, what games really caught my eye, and what games I think you guys will really enjoy if you have not picked them up yet. What's going on, guys? I'm RGT85. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. But without any further ado, let's talk about the best cyber deals for the Nintendo Switch eShop that are currently live right now. So kicking things off, we're going to start off with Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Now this game is on sale for $47.99. I enjoy this game so much. I think it's so good, and it's sort of an underrated Nintendo Switch game. It has all of these different characters from the Marvel universe, really solid graphics, fun pickup and play style gameplay, a lot of multiplayer options as well, and most importantly, this is a game that very rarely goes on sale because Nintendo was involved with the direct development of it, and we all know Nintendo games never really go on sale. So to see Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 on sale for $47.99, yes, it is a bit on the high side still, but I think this game is completely worth it. I picked it up at the full $59.99. I did a full review of it. If you guys are curious about that, make sure you guys go check that out, but I definitely recommend Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, especially if you have some friends to play with, because the gameplay is king in this game, and there's a ton of different stuff you can do with all the different Marvel characters. Next up, we have Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which is on sale for $39.99. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you know, it didn't tickle my fancy quite like Xenoblade Chronicles X did. I wasn't a huge fan of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but I could still understand that it is a great game, just maybe not a great game for me personally. You're going to get a ton of hours out of this game. The gameplay itself is that classic Xenoblade style, and the story is actually very interesting once you start to get into the actual meat and potatoes of the game. So at $39.99, once again, this is a first-party Nintendo title. You don't see them go on sale very often, so anytime a first-party Nintendo game is on sale, I'll probably recommend it. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered is available for $29.99. Now, I literally just bought this game like a week ago for $39.99, and I had an absolute blast with it. I did a video on it. Make sure you guys go check that out. But I think this game is a lot of fun. The graphics look really nice. The racing is very smooth, very fast, very frantic. Playing as a cop or avoiding the cops and trying to take them out is a very addictive style of gameplay, and I think that this game is an absolute treat on the Nintendo Switch. It looks great in handheld mode. It looks great in docked mode. Definitely a game that I recommend picking up, and it's already on sale for $29.99. NBA 2K21 is also on sale for $29.99, and yes, I wasn't the biggest fan of this game when it initially came out, but they have done some improvements to the gameplay, such as getting rid of the mandatory new shot stick / dribble stick mechanic and offering a more old school style alternative for those of us who grew up playing NBA 2K. At the end of the day, it's the only basketball game on the Nintendo Switch. The gameplay is still very good once you can adjust to it, and of course we have all these new trades and new roster updates with the NBA draft happening. So you're getting the most updated and complete version of an NBA game that is available on the market. And like I said, on sale for $29.99. Burnout Paradise Remastered is also on sale for $29.99. Now, I have not played the Nintendo Switch version of this game yet, but I've heard very good things. The $50 price point was definitely a turnoff for me when it first came out. I didn't think it should be priced at $50, but at $29.99, that's much more reasonable and much more manageable. If it plays anywhere near as good as Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered does, I will definitely have a lot of fun with this game. So this is a game that I will be personally picking up for $29.99. The Outer Worlds is also available for $29.99, and yes, when this initially came out on the Nintendo Switch, it was pretty rough. We got a patch for the game that did improve the visuals, and yes, it is still rough around the corners, but when it comes to Fallout style games on the Nintendo Switch, this is the only ball game in town because, well, Bethesda hasn't put a Fallout game on the Nintendo Switch. I played this game, my first playthrough was 28 hours long, and yeah, it wasn't the prettiest looking game, but the gameplay is just so much fun and so addictive. There's so many little intricacies to find within the world of the Outer Worlds as well, and I just absolutely love this game. If you could get past sort of the muddy graphics, which like I said have been improved in the latest patch of the game, there's definitely a very enjoyable game to discover on the Nintendo Switch, and it's currently on sale for $29.99. New Super Lucky's Tales is available for $27.99, and honestly, if you like 3D platformer games, I really recommend this game. I was blown away with just how much I enjoyed this game and just how much I enjoyed the level variety in this game. There's a lot of cool things that are going on in this game, even though at its core, it's essentially just a 3D collectathon, but I don't think that's a bad thing. That's a genre of games that a lot of us grew up on that has kind of fallen by the wayside. I think the graphics of the game look really nice. Lucky himself is a somewhat enjoyable character, but some of the level variety in the game is really unique and very interesting. The amusement park level is by far my favorite. There's a lot of cool end game stuff as well that really ramps up the challenges, and I think just overall it's a very underappreciated 3D platformer collectathon that maybe not a lot of people picked up on the Nintendo Switch. But at $27.99, I definitely recommend this game, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Ys 8 is currently on sale for $23.99. Probably one of my favorite games on the Nintendo Switch, to be honest with you guys. I absolutely love the action RPG style of gameplay. The combat is very fast, very fluid. There's a bunch of different characters you can choose from on the fly and change to different types of attack styles while you're playing the game. The environments that you visit are very interesting. I love the big hulking creatures that are kind of like dinosaur related stuff. Obviously, I'm a fan of dinosaurs, so stuff like that definitely reels me in. But I think this game is absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait for Ys 9. That is of course coming to the Nintendo Switch sometime in 2021, but if you haven't picked up Ys 8, this is obviously the cheapest we have seen it at $23.99, and I definitely recommend it. Crysis Remastered is available for $19.49, and you know, I think it's a pretty fun game. I never played the original Crysis before, so I was interested to see how the Nintendo Switch version of this remaster would turn out, and I think for the most part, it came out pretty good. It's still a very fun game. The AI itself can be very intense. There's a lot of cool and interesting story moments in the game as well. The game itself looks pretty good. There's tons of destructible environments, which I'm an absolute sucker for, and I think at $19.49, that is a very reasonable price if you've never checked out Crysis, or you want to see how Crysis runs on the Nintendo Switch, because yes, Crysis does run on the Nintendo Switch. God Eater 3 is on sale for $14.99, and this is another game that I'll be picking up. I actually played the demo of God Eater 3. I really liked it. I got some sort of Xenoblade Chronicles vibes to the combat system of the game, but at $60, I don't know, I just never got around to picking it up. But seeing it on sale for just $14.99, this is definitely a game I will be picking up. I checked out the demo, like I said. I was really impressed with it, so now that the full game is on sale for just $15, it's definitely time for me to bite on this, because this is the cheapest that I have ever seen it. Panzer Dragoon is available for $12.49. Of course, this is a game that I absolutely love. I love the original Saturn version of the game, and I think the Nintendo Switch version of the game is really fun. They've done some patches since the initial release of the game that improved upon things that I complained about in my review, such as adding in the cheat codes and Episode 0, which is sort of just a free-for-all, you know, endless waves of enemies mode that was not included in the original release of the game. So I'm definitely a big fan of this game. I have the limited run version of the game coming in at some point in time, the stupid big box one for $80, but don't be like me and spend high prices on Panzer Dragoon when you could get it for $12.49 on the Nintendo Switch. Metro Last Light and Metro 2033 are available for $12.49 each. I really enjoyed both of these games. If I have to give the nod to one of them though, I would go with Metro 23. At $12.49, you're getting a great story experience with really fun gameplay and honestly very impressive visuals for a first-person adventure game on the Nintendo Switch. There's lots of stuff to do. There's lots of cool creatures that you end up fighting in this game, and I think the story is very well crafted as well, and it really makes for an interesting game. It's definitely very unique in the realm of these first-person adventure games, and I really enjoy the Metro series, but I think Metro 2033 is a little bit better than Last Light, so if you only want to pick up one of them, definitely pick up 2033, but if you want them both, I mean, just buy them both. They're just $12.49 each. Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition is on sale for $11.99, the definitive version of Devil May Cry 3. This was a game that I had never played before until the Special Edition came out on the Nintendo Switch, and the ability to change things on the fly really makes this game feel very modern and fresh, and this is exclusive to the Nintendo Switch version of Devil May Cry 3. No other version has the ability to do this, and I think it really makes the Nintendo Switch version of the game stand out. Yes, there's still wonky camera angles and stuff like that from the original Devil May Cry series that of course we all started playing back in the day on the PlayStation 2, but I think Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition definitely sticks out ahead of the pack when it comes to Nintendo Switch re-releases because of these added features that they put into the game, and at $11.99, I wouldn't pass this game up. And the final game we're going to talk about is a game that this is one of the best looking games on the Nintendo Switch. I absolutely love this port, and I think it's just fantastic. Even if you own it on other consoles, buy it again. That is Doom 3 for just $2.99. $2.99 for one of the best survival horror games of all time. Yes, I said it, survival horror, because Doom 3 is not a fast-paced, frantic first-person shooter like Doom 1 and Doom 2 were. It's a lot slower paced. It's a lot based more on scares and just environments and sort of low ammunition at times. And I think Doom 3 is a masterpiece of survival horror that does not get enough credit because it was just so different than the rest of the Doom games that we had been playing at that time. Do not pass this game up. Like I said, it looks absolutely gorgeous. It plays great on the Nintendo Switch as well, whether you're playing in handheld or in docked mode. Just a fantastic game for just $2.99. You can't pass this one up. Alright, so those are some games that are currently on sale right now during the cyber deals of the Nintendo Switch eShop that I definitely recommend. Like I said, I've played most of these games aside from like God Eater 3, which I'm going to be picking up, and Burnout Paradise Remastered, but I've heard really good things about both of those games, so I'm confident in adding them to my list. There are a ton of more games on sale though, so make sure you guys check out all the sales that are going on. It can be a bit overwhelming with just how much stuff is on sale, but these are the games that stuck out to me as either really good prices or really good value for the style of game that you're getting. So let me know in the comments section down below if you plan on picking up any of these games. Make sure you guys go check out my PS5, Xbox Series X, and my Nintendo Switch videos on other Black Friday deals that are being done in retailers, so you guys can just, I don't know, I guess buy a bunch of games this Black Friday season, because I mean that's what Black Friday is about, isn't it? Just buying crap for cheap that maybe you don't even need because you still have a backlog. But hey, make that backlog bigger, baby. Make that backlog bigger. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Check out other videos on the channel as well, and as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.